check, 1, 2, check, 1, 2. Lesson 117. Dividing a decimal number by a whole number. So the first thing you're going to make is this decimal charts. So at the top it has either addition or subtraction, and then that's the first column. For addition or subtraction, when you're using decimal numbers, it's important to line up your decimals all going through like this, okay? So that when you're done with your decimal, when you're done with adding or subtracting it, the decimal number should be the same. So it's important that when you do, so like you could have, say, 16.42, or I'll make this more clear, 16.4, oh, my pen's running out, end of the school year. Try this one. 16.42, or 16 and 42 hundredths, and 36 and a half, or 5 tenths. So then you're going to add them together. You have the 2, and then you have 9, and then you have 12. So you're going to have to carry 2, and then you've got 42 and 92 hundredths. Okay? And for multiplication, you do multiply, then count, okay? So, for example, if you had, this is like not actually that good of an example, but like you're going to count how many spaces you had. So if you had 1, 2, 3 spaces, then after you multiply like regular, then you would count over from your answer 1, 2, 3 spaces. And then if you, so like, well, we'll just do an example. If you had like 1, 2, 3, and 1, 2. Okay, so what you would do is you would multiply these like regular. You would do 123 times 12. And so you'd start with 2 times 3 is 6. So I shouldn't have really written this down, but I'm just going to do it below it. So 6, and 2 times 2 is 4, and 2 times 1 is 2, and then you bring down your 0, and then 1 times 3 is 3, and 1 times 2 is 2, and 1 times 1 is 1. So then you just do normal multiplication. So you'd have 6, 4, 5, 6, 7, 4, and 1, and then you'd count over 1, 2, 3 spaces. 1, 2, 3 spaces, and your answer would be 1 and 476 10,000ths. Okay, so I count 1, 2, 3 spaces over, 1, 2, 3 spaces over. Because if it's a whole number, your decimal's over here, and you just count it over. All right, and then dividing by a whole number, all you do is move your decimal straight up. Okay, and this is what we're going to look at today. And I'm going to use the color green. Actually, I'll try and see if I can find blue. All right, I'll use the color blue for this one. Hopefully that is kind of clear still. All right, so when someone needs to use one or more zeros as placeholders when dividing decimal, or sometimes, we sometimes need to use zeros for placeholders when we're using decimals. And that's fine. So I'm going to show you an example using money, and I'm going to do my example right over here, and it's going to be showing you this. So in my example, we're going to start with 12 cents was shared equally by 3 people. The division problem is, so 12 cents, so $0.12 was divided among 3 people evenly. Okay, so the first thing we're going to do is make it a money thing, okay? So you're going to put your money symbol up, and then you're just going to move your decimal place up. Can 3 go into 0? Or how many times can 3 go into 0? 0, okay? So you know that it's not. How many times can 3 go into 1? 0 times, because it's still smaller than 3. 1 is smaller than 3. And then you say, how many times can 3 go into 12? Okay, so because it couldn't go into the first digit, then you're just going to blend the next 2 digits. Well, 3, 6, 9, 12. 4 times. Okay, so your answer is 4 cents. If if this was a story problem, and it said there was 12 cents found on the ground, and it was all pennies, and 3 friends wanted to split it evenly, how much would each one get? So each one would get 4 cents. And then to double check that, you could do 4 times 3, okay? And 3 times 4 is 12. And then since you have two decimal places, you're going to move the decimal place from here to here, and lo and behold, that is 12 cents. Okay? So that's how you double check your answer for division is multiplication. You already know that. All right. Whew. All of that for the beginning. Now, example 1. For an art project, Owen must cut the length of ribbon in half. The ribbon is 4.8 meters long. Whoops. So I'm going to do it here. 4.8 meters long. And I'm going to divide it by 2. Okay? How many times can 2... Okay, so then it's asking, if he cuts the ribbon correctly, how long will each ribbon be? So 2 can go into 4 2 times. Okay? Minus 4 is 0. So then you just move your decimal point up, and 8 divided by 2 is 4. So each ribbon would be 2.4 meters long. Okay, each ribbon, because I just divided it in half. All right, now, example 2, divide. How many times can 3 go into 42 hundredths? Well, you're first going to move your decimal point up, okay? 3 can go into 0 times, okay? 3 can go into 4 1 time, and you take away 3, and you have 1 left over. Bring down your 2. 3 can go into 12 4 times, so your answer is 14 hundredths. Divide. How many times can 3 go into 15 hundredths? Bring your decimal point up. 3 can go into 0 times, so now you know it's no holes, and we're getting into thus. 3 can go into 0 times, so then 3 can go into 15 5 times. Minus 15 is 0. Example 4. Divide this number, which is 24 10,000ths, by 3. So we're going to set this up this way. 0.0024 divided by 3. Okay? So first thing you do, move your decimal point up. Whoa, that was not right. Move your decimal point up, okay? 3 can go into 0 times, 0 times, 0 times. 3 can go into 2, also 0 times. Now, how many times can 3 go into 24? 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18, 21, 24. All right, your answer is how many times, like 24 10,000ths can be divided by 3, and you would get 7 10,000ths. That is a small number. All right, for your homework, you are going to do all of the lesson practice because I obviously don't have any of it on here. And for your, you need to make sure, the only way you're going to get full credit for this entire video is if you have every single thing written down, which is not much. All right, have a great day.